The northernization agenda, was inaugurated by the Saldana in the late 50s into the 60s. And we all know that that agenda was restarted with as at 2014. Now the northern leaders are crying, lambasting Tinubu, that how dare him tear apart, crush down that Tafawa Balewa agenda. That Tinubu must go. This is why you see them. They are in large numbers running into ADC. They call it Alliance for Democratic Congress or whatever the name is. That Tinubu has to go. That Tinubu is a threat to the North. That Tinubu is a threat to the North and Nigeria by extension. But let me tell you, why the North are so worried is not because Tinubu is, embezzling money. No. Because if that was the case, they would have spoke out when their son was there, Buhari. Under Buhari, we saw an attorney general who was accused, and I think his son was jailed when he embezzled 100 and something billion naira. Not one northern elder came out to cry that that Buhari is tearing apart the Tafawa Balewa agenda. But here we are today in 2025, because there's a southern president there. They are saying that Tinubu must go. If they were saying that yes, Tinubu must go, let us replace him with a president, another southern president to be specific, then I would say, oh, fine. They love the country. The Northerners love themselves first before the country. And they jealously protect their interests. The hegemony, the influence, okay, that power that they have above others is why you see that they are all flocking into ADC. Yes, indeed. You know that we are currently having what we call constitutional amendment. Why is the ADC not talking about it? Okay, why is the ADC say that the constitutional amendment, let us ensure that Tinubu fulfills it, it passes into bill, let us have resource control and local policing? No. Where is the manifesto of the ADC? In the manifesto of ADC, I can categorically tell you that they will not include what we call resource control. I mean, we know that Tinubu tried to put that in his agenda, right? In his, what's it called? In his manifesto. We all know that Tinubu today has almost bought the southern governors, even right there into the Mid.Belt. We know this. So, Tinubu might not have to openly say that I want to push for resource control. We know those who are pushing for this resource control. The South, the Southwest, the Southeast, and the Mid.Belt. Those that are against it are those who are running into ADC. And like I've always said, these are all tools for Tinubu to checkmate them. But you see, let's still go back to these northern elders. I listened to them. I saw so many of them, Atiku, Erufai, Tinubu is misruling, whatever they say. Listen, these were the people who stood firmly against the tax reform bill. Yes. Let me talk like a southerner here. And as a southerner, there are some things that Tinubu has done which, to be fair and sincere, are in the interest of the southern person. I'm not talking about appointment. I'm not talking about some of the looting he's doing. I'm talking about policies here. Look at the value-added tax reform that they wanted to do. We know why that thing failed. But yet, the northern elders will keep lambasting Tinubu that he is disrupting, dismantling, crushing the Tafawa Balewa northernization agenda. You have to take a step back and look that this cry coming from these northerners, is it genuine? Like, are they doing this for my interest as an Igbo man? I mean, an Igbo man is there. Since the 1960s, we have never had a popular Igbo man like Peter Obi, why are the Northerners who have now taken, they've almost taken over ADC, why are they not saying that Obi is our candidate? Why are they not shouting it? Obi is our man. Why is Atiku not saying that it is Obi or nothing? Imagine a situation whereby Atiku begins to say Obi or nothing for ADC. I will not run for primaries. It is Obi or nothing. It is only Obi that can oust him, and Obi will stick to the agreement. But no, they will not. You see what I'm now beginning. They are now, another agenda is now coming on board. But now it's from PDP. They are not saying, hey, Jonathan is the one that can. Let them see. Jonathan should go and rest. I don't know. See, in a fair and fair election, Jonathan will not be able to beat Tinubu. Yeah, because Jonathan does not understand Nigerian politics. Tinubu will use bigotry to beat Tinubu. It's as simple as that. In a fair and fair election, whereby they will not have to switch off the IRF. But Tinubu will use what we call bigotry. Tinubu, who was the one that led the team that defeated Jonathan, and they're not bringing, no. The man who I know has the capacity to defeat Tinubu, okay, is Obi. Whether in bigotry, whether in politics of issues, whether it's the politics of religion, Obi, I know is one. Because one is smarter, he has a health, he's healthy, he's intelligent, he has a track record because he has served before, so there's absolutely nothing anybody can say. But what Tinubu is doing is very clear. Tinubu is riling up the sentiments of the Igbo people. And that is the weakness of Obi. Obi still wants to be playing the man who is not a bigot. Oh, go give me a rest. Give me a break. So you see, the North have seen this and they are confused. They want to give everything to ADC. They want to give their all to ADC. And this is why Tinubu will find it easy to actually crush them. If Tinubu can crush the Northern oligarchs, I think I'll no problem. I'm fine by that. Then we will know that internally we'll start dealing with Tinubu down there in South. We know this foul cry, the North are crying, is not for my interest. Neither is it for your own interest as an Igbo man. No. Because if it was, by now, you see those elders, those Northern, those the likes of Dino Melaye, the likes of El-Rufai and Atiku, if it was the interest for, if that coalition of ADC is for the interest of you as an Igbo man, they will be saying that it is Obi or nothing, just as you have been saying, just as I have been saying. But in the absence of that, I wouldn't want an Atiku to win, because the ADC I am seeing, wherein it consists about 80% of the North, no, I disagree. Yesterday, the PR of ADC was asked that, what is the ambition? What is the agenda of the ADC? You guys want to roll out and boot out Tinubu. What is your agenda? They said, yes, the agenda, first and foremost, is to kick out Tinubu. And then the interviewer asked, okay, fine, good. But how do you intend to do that? They said, every candidate has to work together. Okay, good. Then they asked him a very salient question. They said, what does the ADC think about this rhetorics and this narrative? That it is still the turn of the South, and why is the ADC not ready to appreciate that fact? That it is still the turn of the South. And why are they not ready to zone their primaries to the South? They said, well, the ADC will be neutral to every sun and dry, all and sun dry. That everybody has the right to contest, and they will not in any way try to malign or marginalize the North. Oh boy, you see, ADC is there to protect the Northern agenda. They will not marginalize and deny the North. Who is denying the North? In 2019, how many Southerners contested in APC? How many Southerners? Nobody. In PDP, how many Southerners contested in PDP in 2019? Nobody. When we are talking about Nigerian politics, we know that those are the two major parties. In 2019, why do you think we didn't have Southerners that don't want to run? As of 2019, I was already seeing posters of Tinubu. All of a sudden, everything disappeared. It vanished. Why? Because he respected that it is still the turn of the North. Period. As of 2019, where Showore had his highest popularity, the reason why Showore didn't even care more than that was because majority of the North that knew about him, they would rather vote for Buhari because they believe that it is still the turn of the North. So forget this hypocrisy, ADC. Forget it. We are simply there to protect the interests of a Northerner. And let me break the egg. Let me just break it. Break the ice. You are there to protect the interests of Atiku, period and short. No long talk. Make we no dey beat around the bush. And the luckiest man here is Tinubu. Because Tinubu knows that the Middle Belt will not go with them. The northernization agenda that has subdued the Middle Belt, it has turned them to second class citizen. When you talk about the North, when you talk about the Arewa group, show me how many Middle Belters have become the chairman. Show me. Where are they? I cannot find. So this agenda, Tinubu, he has destroyed the northern unity. The northern, oh God, no. On this one, I go defend him. He has not he has not actually divided the North. The North are simply holding on to the Middle Belt because they are using the Middle Belt as a political tool to keep winning election. The Middle Belt also deserve a voice. They deserve to be able to go and align with anybody they feel so. The Middle Belt will either align with Tinubu or they align with Peter Obi. If Atiku wants Tinubu to go today, he should align with Obi. And you will see how, with immediate alacrity, how Middle Belt will align. But in the absence of Obi, the Middle Belt will rather align with Tinubu. That is what they will do. In fact, indeed. Is it David Mark? David Mark should sit down. I mean, what has he done for the Middle Belters? David Mark, what has he done? Is it the Nomilayo, that joker, that clown? Is it the one that wants to speak for the people of the Middle Belt? You can sit down. Okay, is it Arigbosola that will tell me now that I should go and be, because at the primaries, they now produce article. Arigbosola will not tell me, I should support another Fulani man. No. That's it. So you see, this foul cry Tinubu has lambasted. The North must do the needful, step down, respect the zoning. Nigeria is not a one country. We know, not just all of us, not just lies we dey lie to ourselves. We are delusional in this country. There's nothing like we will set aside our what is setting aside waiting? Does this look like Tanzania? Does Nigeria look like a Tanzania to you? You want to tell an Igbo man that you just call yourself a Nigerian, you're not an Igbo man. Come on, keep quiet, shut up. Or okay, you want to tell a Fulani man, no, yeah, we are all Nigerian now, nothing like Fulani, nothing like, we are all Nigerians. No, nobody can. In fact, you can't even stop it naturally. If you see anybody on the street, if you ask him, hello, what's your name? Where are you from? He'll tell you, my name is Idowu Kirikon. Where are you from? He'll tell you your state. He'll tell you I'm from Nigeria. That's it. So you see the point? So let us keep this this northern, they are just jokers, they are just hungry to grab the power, and whether they like it or not, it will indeed remain in the south. Maybe they should start bringing Trojan horses, Jonathan. They just want to set confusion against Obi. They're just wasting their time, because I know if Obi doesn't get it, the man that will eventually return is Tinubu. It's as simple as that. If Obi does not get it, if the North do not, if they don't bow, lay low, reduce their ego, and just, be humble and say, okay, Obi, we give you our support. Go and defeat Tinubu. But you're not doing more than 4 years. We bow to you. Although we know that the Igbos, we've never trusted them. But in this one, please help us push Tinubu away. If they're not ready to be that humble, Tinubu will continue. And he'll continue to press their neck. In fact, I love it. Some of the things Tinubu has done, he has divided the aviation school. He don't cut them into 6. That looks like a regional government for me. Tinubu has said, let us change the tax. That looks like true federalism for me. Tinubu has said, let us have local government autonomy, right? So you see, so the North can continue to cry foul, Lambast Tinubu what they like. If they cannot openly say that Obi or nothing, then they should forget it.
I know in Nigeria, if you are in Nigeria, you know the challenges facing the North. There's insecurity, there's economic deprivation, there's marginalization, there's everything that is designed to humble us, designed to disintegrate us, designed to underdevelop us.
So there is a fear that the votes don't count. And so effort by the coalition is an exercise in futility.
There's nobody in ADC leadership or rank and file that believes that votes do not count. Votes do count. And we are going to make sure that votes do count. This election, votes will count. I tell you, forget about the fear that votes will not count. APC is a party of Nigerians. ADC is one. Whatever techniques, whatever malicious activity they throw at us will counter it effectively. And we'll counter it them at it.
Our takeoff from 3 to 8 p.m. I had to come by road. From Abuja to Kaduna to Kano was a hell. Terrible. Very bad road. And this is the road that was started many years ago, right from the beginning of the leadership of the APC. Now we are told that there is road now from the south to east. Let me say at this point that we support infrastructure anywhere in this country. In fact, I was telling myself that I wished that road was done before 2023 election, because I was the only aspirant or candidate who traveled to all nooks and corners across this country. I would have used that road. So we support roads everywhere and any other thing that is good for the people, especially for the masses. But a situation where government is taking our resources and dumping it in what part of the country, and other parts of the country are left just like that, I don't believe that is the right thing to do by the government itself. And this is the time for the government to change, to convince our people that the government is not just on one side of the country. Once again, Your Excellency the Governor, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I hope all those who have got one thing or the other to add to this committee work should do it between now and Saturday,